Welcome back to UCSB Basketball on Big West TV. I'm Arthur Wilkie alongside Coach Jerry Pym here at the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara. Big West Basketball between Long Beach State and UCSB has the Beach up by 4.
The Gauchos on the boards are 20-17 behind on the rebounds. 10 turnovers for the Gauchos, only 6 for Long Beach. And both teams shooting about the same, 44-45%. Defense and rebounding is going to determine the winner on this one.
When the Gauchos shoot over 40%, they're 18-3 on the season. Down 4 now. Alberts. Ball popped up. There's Ramsey to claim it. McLaughlin to Heidegger, looking for an open shot, but Roberts has him well covered. Now McLaughlin coming into the lane before Heidegger puts up a 3, and it bounces up into the air into Jarice Blackman, but the officials are going to whistle a foul against Long Beach State.
He got fouled. He got hit pretty hard, but you know, he didn't drop the ball. He is an aggressive player. We need Jarice, the senior, to play his last game here at home with great aggression on the boards.
And Blackman's so focused at all points in the game. Heidegger, step back. No. So, on the putback, yes. Entertaining one here at the Thunderdome tonight. Lots of fans coming out for this one.
Good man-to-man defense by the Gauchos this time. Talking to each other. Booker tried to go on his own again.
Step back off the back end of the rim. So protects it. Ramsey takes it up the court. Heidegger now. McLaughlin. There's Ramsey cutting inside before it's kicked back out to Heidegger. Now Ramsey avoiding pressure. There's McLaughlin, another triple!
Good ball movement. Good ball movement.
3 more for McLaughlin. The Gauchos, the lead.
Really good ball movement that time. We got the ball to the open man, and McLaughlin had a good open shot.
That's McLaughlin's first of the night.
Oh, nice move along the baseline by Riggins. He got the baseline on and that's one thing you can't do. You can't let the big guy go on the baseline.
McLaughlin named the Big West Player of the Week on Monday. He's going to get called for a charge on Booker.
Are you kidding me? You're kidding me.
I don't think I need to speak over this. You can hear.
That's a terrible call. It was a flop. They charge in the NBA. They charge you if you flop. That was terrible. I don't know what he was looking at. Boy, he had that steal. Good steal by attempt by Ramsey.
Booker coming around Yusuf. Loses the ball. Possession still remains with the Beach. Heidegger back in for Ramsey. Lakoju in for So. Booker, the inbound lob for Byers. Yusuf at the free throw line. Coming around Lakoju, airballs his shot.
Terrible shot. He's still not back in shape yet. He's a good player. He's going to get back in shape. He's been hurt.
15 rebounds in Long Beach State's win here last year. Blackman
good
to
pass by Jarice.
Senior connection on senior night here in the Thunderdome.
McLaughlin made a nice pass, and then Jarice completed it for the layup.
Byers, Alberts, long range shows that one off.
Wow, those two guys have 30 points or 28 points between them, I think, right now. Both Booker and Alberts.
Alberts tonight, 5 of 8 from range. Here's Davis from downtown, in and out. Blackman on the rebound, fighting for the
That's
basket.
the way to take it back up. Aggressive play by Jaris.
Gets the foul there. What a game here in the Thunderdome. Long Beach State 46, UCSB 44. And we'll be right back here on Big West TV. Coach Vim, welcome back to the broadcast.
Well, I don't think the official liked my, in the intermission, the fact that I told him he missed the call.
You were giving some analysis there. And he wasn't trying to tune in.
Oh, too bad.
Blackman misses. First free throw.
Easy.
On the second attempt, it's short.
Too bad, Jaris. Too bad. Senior, a senior on the line.
Here come the Beach. Booker to Yusuf. That's into Lakoju. A foul on the senior from Harlem.
That was a foul on the drive, going baseline again.
So for Lakoju, that's his third of the night.
That's 3.
The inbound for Yusuf.
Hand up.
Lakoju defending. It's off of Yusuf, and UCSB ball.
All right.
Jay Nagel checking in for Jaris Blackman.
It's okay, Reese. That's okay. Jaris, the senior, a little tight on that free throw.
A summary of how we got here. Long Beach State 34-25 in the first half off of some sharp shooting from range, but UCSB 19-12 outscoring the Beach so far. But still down by 2. Amadou Sow looking to tie the game.
Oh, too bad. He had a cripple.
Booker
like my
will
comment.
put that in off the glass. So 4-point lead now for Long Beach State. Over 10.5 to play until the end of regulation. Amadou Sow behind the back. Yusuf on him very tightly. Bounce pass to Sow, looking for the dunk, but he's rejected. But the officials
Good call. Good call.
give a call towards the Gauchos. That's going to be on KJ Byers.
Yeah. On the dunk attempt.
So at the free throw line.
2 free throws for So.
So coming into this matchup, 76.2%.
Too bad. 0 for 3 from the line, and we're down 4.
Needless to say, off on the first one. But good on the second.
3-point game with 10.5 minutes to go.
Basically, an eternity. And the Gauchos have shown a lot more life here in this second half. Not like they didn't in the first.
Exactly.
Playing up to par here as we saw them play against Hawaii and Fullerton the first time out.
Look
Albert,
at that.
step back 3. Doesn't fall through, and so loses the ball out of bounds. Possession to the Beach.
That's a good try on the rebound. He got pushed from behind, but So we got to go with both hands. So has to go up.
Byers catches the inbound. Booker down outside the lane. Looking for Yusuf. That's popped up by the Gauchos. And here comes the freshman. So! Oh my goodness! Amadou So! What a finish! Here's Roberts though. Right back, the answer from Long Beach State.
We get a dunk, we give up a dunk. It's a good play by Long Beach to get that ball inbounds and get it up and get the open shot.
The crowd is back into it, and they were taken right out of it in a matter of seconds. Here's Heidegger. Back to Davis. Just
Good
behind the
pull-up.
free throw line. The pull-up jumper, no good.
Good open shot. Good pull-up shot.
Myers to Booker to Roberts. A dunk of their own. Long Beach State up 5. Timeout Pasternak calls for a moving screen among the assorted amount of calls that the fans in attendance here at the Thunderdome were looking for. 9 minutes flat left here in the second half. We'll take a break here on Big West TV. Long Beach State up 52-47.
Arthur Wilkie, UCSB head coach, Joe Pasternak, coach. 18 of Long Beach State's 34 points in the paint in the first half. How do you slow them down?
Yeah, we have to do a better job defensively. That's going to be a huge part of holding them down.
Coach, best of luck in the second half. Thank you. We'll be back with the second half, UCSB versus Long Beach State here from the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara. Stay tuned on Big West TV. Arthur Wilkie, Jimmy Fryery here at Cesar Wasaka Stadium in Santa Barbara. The Gauchos defeated Stephen F. Austin 3-2 in a weird, wacky, quick game of baseball. An hour and 53 after first pitch, and we're here on the field talking about it. How did it get to this point, Jimmy?
Right, well, only 2 hits for the Gauchos, not something we're used to seeing out of them. We're used to having them rack up, 8, 9, 10 runs per game. Just a 3-2 win here today. Ben Brecht, 7 in the third innings and only 4 strikeouts on his tally today. So kept his pitch count down along with Alex Palmer through 8 innings, a complete game for the Lumberjacks, however, in a loss. But once again, both guys kept their pitch counts down, kept the bullpen out of the game until late. So very efficient work from each pitcher, worked quick on the mound as well. But a win's a win. 2 hits, 3 runs, we'll take it.
And a win's a win partially because Tommy Jew got the game-winning run when he stole home. Gutsy call by Matt Fontino and the Gaucho coaching staff in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that gave the Gauchos a 3-2 win. But how about this stat? Stephen F. Austin, when leading or tied after 7 innings, 13-2. But when behind after 7, 0-10. And that's exactly where we're standing here right now, with the Gauchos now sitting at 21-5 on the year.
Right, and you mentioned that Tommy Jew stolen base. That was kind of emblematic of the game. Once again, just 2 hits for the Gauchos. One of them, Thomas Rowan's solo home run back in the 3rd inning, and then Tommy Jew's game-winning steal of 3rd and home back in the 7th. And in between, Armani Smith reached on an error, and then 2 pass balls allowed him to score. So base running, the key today for the Gauchos is once again 2 base runners, or 2 hits rather, and 5 base runners, but still 3 runs and 3-2 win.
Well, that was the first game of the series. Second game, first pitch tomorrow at 2 p.m. right here at Cesar Wasaka Stadium, and we'll be live for that on KCSB FM 91.9. For Jimmy Fryery, I'm Arthur Wilkie. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome back to the semifinal edition of College Cup Daily. My name is Arthur Wilkie with UCSB Athletics and KCSB Sports. 2 incredible matches here tonight at Soccer Heaven. 8 goals scored in the 2 games between the 4 semifinal teams. But 5 of those came by way of Ohio as the Akron Zips booked their place in the final by defeating the Michigan State Spartans 5-1. The Zips went ahead early on David Egbo's 13th goal of the season and never looked back, adding a pair of goals off set pieces and benefiting from a deflection before Michigan State got one on the board in the 79th minute. But it was too little too late for the Spartans as they had any hope of a comeback dashed by a 5th Akron goal from Braden Petno in the 85th minute. 82-71 was the score last time out. UCSB, 4 players in double digits, including Armand Davis with 24. This could figure to be a big game for him on senior night.
Yes, it could, and all those seniors going to have a little of, the shakes. But I think that they'll get settled down, and anticipating that Long Beach was probably starting a zone. So hopefully we can get a good start against their zone defense.
Here's another matchup to watch tonight. Amadou Sow, he got in foul trouble last time. He got 14 points in 15 minutes, though. But tonight, he's up against Temadayo Yusuf of Long Beach State, who is a very, very dangerous player.
And, Sow is the kind of guy that if he gets a good start and gets his confidence up in his freshman year, he'll have a good game if he can stay out of foul trouble. So I think Sow will play well. He's had 2 good practices this week, and I think he's going to be ready to go tonight.
The entire team on the up, but tonight is a night to celebrate the seniors, and what a group that we're saying goodbye to tonight. Let's start with the graduate transfer, Armand Davis. What has he meant to this program?
Well, he redshirted his last year at Alabama, so he didn't even play the year before he came in. So he was rusty, and he has really progressed well. And even though the last few games he hasn't shot the 3 well, he's been doing everything else real well, and he's playing harder at the defensive end, and he's going to get the ball in the backboard. So he's having a good year for his only year here at UCSB.
Arthur Wilkie with UCSB head coach Bonnie Henriksen on redshirt senior point guard Paris Jones and her selection to the Women's Basketball Coaches Association's So You Want to Be a Coach class of 2019 right before the NCAA Women's Final Four in April. So, Coach, Paris Jones is a player that you spoke highly about earlier this season after a home game because she wants to be a future coach, and those players are fun to coach. So let's start with this. How much film have you two watched together?
We actually have her. She over break, we let her focus on school. Although she only has class on Monday, so she's about to be more film breakdown. We had her cut our own. I had her stat like offensive possessions. What were we in motion? Makes and attempts, fouls. Did we draw fouls? So because it'll force you to watch the game different, and that's. I asked one of our Bree actually the other day. I said, "Have I ruined how you watch basketball yet?" And she said, "Yes. I watch how they play the on-ball screen." Or like, good. That's my goal. To be able to look at it at a different level and to be able to analyze and evaluate as a player. But certainly it's fun with Paris because that's what she wants to do. So when she was out with the shins, I would always have her come stand by me, or I'd stand by her in a baseline, and she's like, "Coach, we don't set screens." I'm like, "You're right, Paris. We don't set screens. We got to be better screen." So I could start to tell she was starting to look at it differently. Not that she didn't notice that before, but I think her level of being able to dissect was already starting to get better. Just the basketball conversation we have and about how things happen, why things happen, what are tendencies. Then I'll go up to her. I'm like, "Here's why we're trying to do this. Here's our thought behind adjustments," and just try to share as much as I can with her, and then engage her in conversation about what she thinks. Stephanie, our manager, wants to be a coach too. So Stephanie actually does my hair on game day, so she curls my hair. So she watches the game and she gives me the scouting report. She gives me player personnel, and she gives me what I'm like. All right, how do they score? What do they want to go to? And again, I really enjoy that. It's fun for me, and that's how I got in it. And a love for the chess part of it, so to speak. The analyzing and adjustments and just the beginning entry level of that of just how much can you see. So Paris and I have watched edits. We've had her watch on her own and then come and talk to us about what did you see, because that's the first, because I think it's a bit intimidating at first. Like, I'm going to watch this and do I see? So we want to let her get a point where she has a comfort level watching it, and then being able to have a conversation about what she saw.
And talk about what it was like for the team to fight back from that second and fourth set, because early on it wasn't a whole lot of great passing going on from either team.
Yeah, both teams had hot streaks of serving, and it was who was going to weather the storm and keep fighting, and I think both teams did a pretty good job. We just got them barely in the end.
It was, again, the freshman coming through for you at so many points. Brandon Hicks, what a performance.
Brandon Hicks always comes through. He's probably one of the most competitive guys we have as a freshman.
But you were someone's hero. And Luke Bodden, of course, 10 years old, passed away from sickle cell disease, and you had a very, very special relationship with him. What's one thing that you want people to remember about Luke?
That he was a total fighter. Total fighter. He never gave up, and he always believed in me. And that's something I always tell people when I talk about Luke, and he always reminded me to smile. That's like my favorite thing. He's always said, "Jay, you got to smile, man." And I'm like, okay.
And that's what you're passing along to people too with this book.
Yeah, totally. And, sharing his message, but also the thing I want people to remember about Luke was he used to tell me he would do anything to have my worst day. And I always said, "What do you mean, Luke? What do you mean you want good days, man?" And he would say, "No, I would do anything to fall down and get back up." Because he didn't get that chance, right? And so I think about when I'm having a tough day or things aren't going well, I get to wake up the next day and make them right. And I think that if I can tell people that as much as I can, that's a good thing, and that's what Luke always told me.
UCSB in the next two games has to buckle down and focus. CSUN away, Cal Poly away, two very difficult places to play away at that.
Yeah, it's really hard to win in college basketball on the road, and that's why we have the record we have at home. And but before we can worry about them, we have to get better as a team, and we'll do that this weekend.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Best of luck. Y hablas de la selección española. Tuviste la oportunidad para jugar en 2017 con Sub-20 en el Campeonato Mundial de FIBA Sub-20. Entonces, ¿cómo fue esa experiencia para ti?
Eso era un gran honor para mí. Eso es lo que chicos pequeños de lo que sueñan, ¿me entiendes? Eso es un gran honor de jugar con la selección española y ya está.